everyone, it's Matt the Dice Chucker, joined by Jenn the Board Game Librarian with the Literary Gamers, and my goodness, this is an episode of the Mash Bill. We've been gone a long time, and usually we could blame this on us moving, but it's been longer than that. So, why don't you talk about what we got today? This is not a bourbon, everyone, but it's still a mash.
So there's a reason why I am on today with Matt, because I am the one who drinks this in our house, and it is specifically Belgian beers. And today we have with us, oh dear, a Saison Dupont from, and I'm going to say all these very poorly, so I'm sorry to our Belgian fans who are out there, Brasserie Dupont in Belgium. So yeah, this is a Belgian Farmhouse ale, and it's 6.5%. Comes from actually Belgium, and pretty good. Had a nice citrusy flavor to it. Super easy drinking. A little thing on the side here, brewed at one of Europe's last farmhouse breweries, Saison Dupont is a 4-star world classic example of the Belgian Saison style. Blonde in color with a big rocky head. Oh, phrasing. Saison Dupont is dry and refreshing, great with all grilled foods. Well, I didn't eat it with grilled foods. I had it with lunch last week, I think, which was definitely not grilled foods.
It was mac and cheese, though. That's stuff you find at a barbecue.
Sure.
Grilled foods.
This is a super blonde color. So I had a very difficult time finding a Belgian in
Connecticut.
In Connecticut in March.
There's a reason for that. Connecticut beers are huge. Yeah. We have 95 breweries in Connecticut right now, and I understand that they're getting quite a reputation. One thing Connecticut breweries do well are IPAs. You can't go around the corner without finding an IPA from a Connecticut brewery in one of the stores here, which means that those are dominating. The craft brews are dominating in our package stores, liquor stores, whatever you call them. So when we asked somebody if they had Belgians, they said not yet, more like May and June. So they said they'll bring it out in their summer. And we didn't want to come on this with Blue Moon.
Oh no, that's tacky. That's super tacky.
We wanted a Belgian from Belgium. And the reason being is because the game we're pairing this with is the Belgian Beers Race. This is designed by
Michael
Boutriaux, and artwork by Amo Das Tarak. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, we butchered that.
I'm very sorry.
We gave it the old effort.
So this is a game about you're going around Belgium and you're collecting beers and sometimes drinking them. You start in Brussels at what the game calls the place, and you're using either dice to move, or you're just spending your time to move, and it's got all these pathways that tell you how much time you're spending to move. However, if you have too much to drink, you can't travel by bike because you're drunk. You can hitchhike, you can take the bus, but sometimes when you take the bus, you roll the dice and you get a penalty, and more time is spent collecting objectives. You're trying to meet with other players to toast. You get points for that. You get points for certain types of breweries you're visiting, but be very aware that your breathalyzer is going up and your blood alcohol level is going up. The more beers you taste, the more points you get. So everything you do, this is a point salad game.
Yeah.
It's a point salad racing game. Everything you do is points. One of the scariest things, I think, for me was I was afraid of the -5 points from not toasting, not realizing that the game was going to be so high scoring to begin with.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have even been concerned about that. Because at 2 players, Jen, you don't really meet each other on the board to toast.
No, we had to specifically say to each other, all right, I'm going to blah, blah, blah. Will you meet me in blah, blah, blah so we can toast? And for me, for you, the -5 points wouldn't have made a difference because I think I
had 280 something points in this game.
Yeah, I had like 140. So -5 really is not a big deal.
No.
But we did have to specifically say to each other, let's meet somewhere.
Yeah.
I think that one of the neat things about the game is the time element in terms of how your movement and when you're buying drinks or purchasing bottles that it costs variable amounts of time. So the player order can change.
Mm-hmm. It's that Merchant's Cove thing, right? Where whoever's furthest behind is the one whose turn it is. Yeah. In time, not in scoring, because then that would be odd. But whoever's furthest behind in time is the one who gets the score. And we're gonna have a co-star today. Yep. Here he is.
We were
say hi. It's cuddle time. Oh, hello.
More popular than we are. So I'd recommend this game probably for 3 or 4 players, probably even 4 players. And I think if you're a beer fan and you really enjoy racing games, I think this will be up your alley. The artwork's a little wacky on it, but I think it fit in.
Matches the style that most Belgian beer companies use.
Yeah, so I think that the color of the box and then this were pretty close.
So because we usually talk about flavor on the mash bill, let's take a deviation from the game. What are you looking for usually in a Belgian, Jen?
That's a hard. I can't even say. Nothing too bitter, I would say, just in general. I'm not sure I know even enough about Belgians to really be like, oh yes, I like this over this. There's probably folks in the comments who can articulate that better than me. I just go on if I like it or not.
Oh, and believe me, they'll let you know. They love commenting about what you don't know.
Again, I'm trying to get Matt, I'm going to say this again here, I'm trying to get Matt termed as the Bernie Sanders of board gaming, where he's just going to start doing this and be like the grumpy old man of board gaming. I don't know. I will say that one of the best Belgians I've ever had, which you did like, was at a brewery in Rhode Island. The waffle.
Oh, the Belgian waffle.
The Belgian waffle one.
It was a triple Belgian.
Yeah, it was really good. I can't remember the name of it.
It was super sweet. It tasted like a Belgian waffle.
Yeah. But underneath it had that Belgian foundation. So that was really good. I don't know. I would say probably not too bitter. But that's probably all of my beers, I would say, in general. Again, I'm not that into beer where I can say, oh yes, I like it for it to have IBF or IB, whatever it is.
Okay.
Just if I like it or not. Sometimes a cool name and the label, that helps too.
So you would not recommend Belgian Beer Race at 2, but 3 and 4 you think you probably run into each other a bit more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, make it a little more competitive. You and I could have stayed on each side of the board and never hit each other.
Right.
So, yeah, I think that's... What else would you like to say?
Not much about the game. You're basically traveling for 3 days and collecting beer. And there are some locations that let you buy beer, some that don't, some that just want you to visit and all that. So it's a neat little game. And then, of course, you got to get back to the place before the end of the game happens. And that is the Belgian Beer Race. I'd hold it up again, but as you can see, I've got someone who really wants to snuggle. Oh, wait, now he's on the move. That is...
He's sniffing the beer. Kittens can now have beer.
Belgian Beers Race. This is published by BYR Games and distributed in the U.S. by Grand Gamers Guild. Yep.
I would like to thank for sending that along to us.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time, and I promise more distilled. I'm going to have to cut that. Thanks for joining us, everybody, and I promise more mash bill is coming. I've got a few in the pipeline, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.